Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool duck telephone. This is Jennifer's telephone from New Jersey. And Jennifer contacted us and had talked about how she had gotten this duck, and she loves ducks and all that, and that she was unhappy with the quack that it had on the ring cycle. And basically what you see here is this is the duck itself and the telephone, and I'll give you another look at that here in a second. But what I wanted to show you was this is the working if you want to call it like a working PC board that creates the quack when the telephone rings. So let's give you a better look at the duck, and you're going to see the eyes here when you take the receiver up. The eyes light on the duck. And of course you can probably hear dial tone, but I'm just kind of giving you a look at the phone. This is the initial checkout of this telephone. And I'm going to go ahead and hang this up. But on the bottom part of this duck is where the board for the quacker is basically located. And I've worked on many of these through the years. And this one does not sound, there's a couple of factors here that you have to pay attention to. My analyzer here, or any one of my analyzers here, ringing this phone, could be different, or my line voltage here could be a little different from Jennifer's line voltage. It depends on how she's getting her phone line. It could come in from the CO, like a hardwired line from a telephone company, or she may be receiving her telephone line through a modem, some of the newer type telephone lines that come in through modem through high-speed internet. And it really does depend on the ring cycle, how much voltage they're sending you on an AC ring. Now, if your ring voltage is low, of course the quacker's not going to sound right. And this one doesn't sound too far off from this type of a duck. This is a Telmania duck, I believe, and I have, right there it'll show it, Telmania. And basically, I've worked on many of these ducks of this style and by this manufacturer. And it does matter though. Ring cycle does matter. It can vary voltage wise. So what might sound okay here, or what might sound okay there, may not, vice versa. It really does depend. But it does sound like it might be a little sick. That's how she describes it. And it doesn't sound too far off kind of a normal quack for this style duck. But it does sound a little bit off to me. Not quite right on. And I'm hoping that her line voltage is going to be pretty close to our line voltage and the analyzer's line voltage on the ring cycle, because if not, it may not sound exactly the same here or there. It might sound one way here and one way there, depending on the line voltage. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and ring this telephone. And I'm going to give that a couple of rings. And that's not too far off. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. Now on my analyzer I have a normal ring and I have a low ring. So I'm going to go ahead and ring the low ring setting now. And you can see how that lowered in the function of the ring. I'm going to stop that and go to the high ring. Stop that and go to the low. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it all together. Now basically, I've been trying to kind of study this because, you know, normally if someone complained of something else and that was why the phone was in here, then I would pay more attention to whatever their, you know, what their complaint is. And in this situation, it's on the quack for the ring cycle. And it sounds to me like the normal ring cycle coming from the telephone analyzer and the low setting on the ring cycle on the analyzer pretty much sound the same in the quack quality, if you can make any heads or tails of that. It sounds the same, it just dropped the volume some. So it seems like a pattern of the quack is pretty much the same in both cycles, but just a little lower. And we're going to try to do something for Jennifer in this case. And I'm just going to have to go through and experiment with what we can do. It doesn't necessarily sound like anything is bad on this board here. It just sounds, it does sound a little off, but it does not sound too far away of any of the other boards that I've heard. And I'm going to go ahead and try to show you this board that creates this ring or quack sound. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out here real quick and try to give you a look. And basically what they have here is they have some transistors, they have some capacitors, and then they have an IC chip. And that IC chip is for amplification to drive the speaker. So it's basically a speaker drive, but it also amplifies the noise. So we're going to try to do maybe check the caps. We know that the IC chip is working properly, or we wouldn't have the amplification that we have. So we're going to go ahead and check the caps and make sure they're good. We're also going to check the transistors and the resistors and make sure that they're not failing or out of tolerance. But to me, the quack doesn't sound too far off from this style of duck. Now, if I can change that a little bit, I will, maybe a little more frequent. But it's only going to follow the ring cycle, and that's the only time in this situation or on this board that this duck can generate a quack. So we'll just go through this and see what we find. This is the initial check out of this telephone. We'll go through the circuitry and we'll find, we'll either find out what's going on, or we'll have to change the circuitry some to try to generate a better sounding quack. And so that's all going to come with troubleshooting and trial and error. So this is the initial checkout video of this duck, and this is Jennifer's duck from New Jersey, and she loves ducks, and I like ducks too. So anyway, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.